I'm Joanna Lumley, and welcome to the 2020 Grange Awards. And first of all, here is your CEO, Eloise Appleby, who'd like to say a few words about how amazing you all are.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Grange Awards for 2020. Another exciting first for us in this virtual streaming YouTube format in a year when we've seen so many firsts and we've gone so very digital. Well, I've got a special helper tonight, you can see. Here's Scoot. He's hoping for another treat at the end of this video. Scoot is actually Sue Crosley's cat, new this year. He's come to us for a little bit of a holiday while Sue's gone back to visit her mum. So I thought it would be useful to have him as my helper tonight because he's a lucky black cat. And some of you have been lucky enough to be awarded for certificates and recognition for some kind of superhuman and amazing things you've been doing during this year. We're going to hear more about them during the course of the evening. But really, just being here together in this weird virtual format is a kind of achievement for us all in this crazy COVID year. Each and every one of you and all of our staff and many of our volunteers and family carers and everybody out there listening tonight deserves a kind of certificate of their own for staying cheerful, kind, healthy, active and caring over these many, many difficult months. But there are a few people that have gone the extra mile and we wanted to talk about them a bit tonight. They might know who they are already because I just have discovered there's been some secret preparation work going on for this evening that even I don't know about. So I'm looking forward to finding out in a minute. And I'm looking forward to Scoot helping with the nominations. See who he chooses, not just for people we support, but also for some staff who've made some really impressive contributions over the last year too. So sit back and enjoy, and I simply have to say, lights, camera, action, and off we go, Scoot!
Our first award is the Inspiration Award. This recognises an individual who is consistently willing to try new things, lead by example, and is an inspiration to others. The nominees are Sarah Markey, Fliss Harrison, Ashley Stanley, Charlie Hefford, Marianne Tate. And the winner is Ashley Stanley.
Ashley is always willing to try new skills and does not let anything get in the way of her trying her hardest. For example, in the Shadow Theatre group, Ashley is really engaged with this new skill and given a great contribution, inspiring the rest of the group. Ashley will always say yes when we offer her a workshop at a gallery and has produced some lovely work as a result.
Healthy Living Champion Award. This recognises an individual who has consistently shown commitment to working towards a healthy life. The nominees are Robert Higgins, Jodie Lee, Sophie Adams, Ben Lu Young, Marianne Wilson, Jessica Dean, Nick Russell, Karen Harding, Lauren Main. And the winner is Jodie Lee.
Jodie's trying very hard to cut down on her meal size and is using Weight Watchers app. So far she has lost a stone.
Jodie is working hard at increasing healthy life choices with her diet and exercise.
Caring and Kind Award. This award recognises an individual who consistently cares and shows kindness to others. The nominees are Anthony Coulon, Joanne Broadhurst-Jones, Nick Russell, Sophie Gilby, Amanda Oakley, Marianne Wilson, Pat Salt, Richard Eborn, Elizabeth Tauka, Rosemary Salmon. And the winner is Jo Broadhurst-Jones.
Joanne will often, after a long day working with children at the nursery, come back to the Grange and straight away see me to offer her help on reception. This has demonstrated her consistent care and kindness.
The Creative Contribution Award is open for nominations across all creative areas. Nominees can write, dance, sing, produce visual art, act, perform music, or are involved in something completely unique. The nominees are these: Jess Raines, Felix C., Charlotte Rowling, Jack Muggleton, Abby Williams, Karen Harding, Dick Eborn, Tim Woodward, Samia Hassan and Francesca Goodwin. And the winner is Jack Muggleton.
Has worked really hard on a range of merchandise and mug designs. His individual style and ideas have been well received by the supporters of the Grange and the general public. He's been instrumental in the development of the mug and merchandise enterprises, which has really grown in the past few years. Well done, Jack.
Jack has contributed with his designs to our merchandise. Cats, dogs and hippos have been very popular, all drawn by Jack in his unique style.
The Enterprise Award celebrates the achievements and successes of an individual or group that benefits their local community through enterprise. The nominees are Ross Lumsden, and the winner is Ross Lumsden.
Ross's felt projects are in high demand. Beautiful textile paintings, his products of animals will always be sought after. Well done, Ross.
The Community Champion Award recognises the difference that a person or a group have made when they champion the causes of their community and work to make things better for everyone. The nominees are Charlotte Rowling, Pat Salt, Michael Parker, Matt Salt. The winners are Matt Salt and Michael Parker.
Matt has been very helpful around Cedars, supporting the other residents and staff with odd jobs, making sure Romeo is fed throughout the day and generally keeping spirits high throughout the lockdown.
Michael is not only the life and the soul of the Grange, he is also very helpful to the community here, especially in these hard times, using his bike to deliver food to residents, cheering people up when they are missing their families, and also being so helpful to staff. Here's our community champion.
The Skills and Learning Award recognises a person or a group of people who've worked hard to develop their skills and take their knowledge to a new level. The nominees are these: Marianne Tate, Lucy Badham, Jess Haas, Jamie Haas, Elizabeth Tauka, Alex B, Luke Ty, Beverly Herbert. The winner is Lucy Badham.
Lucy's taken her photography hobby one step further. She is an artist in her own right. It'd be great if we could nurture this and build her a business venture.
So Lucy has shown she has a particular talent in photography. She has worked very hard in her photography sessions, adding new skills to existing ones, as well as making imaginative compositions in her own time. Lucy has entered her photographs in an exhibition and has shown she's willing to try new techniques and produce some unique images as a result. Well done, Lucy!
The Volunteering in the Community Award recognises the contribution of volunteers or a single volunteer and the positive impact their volunteering has had on our local communities. The nominees are Jamie Haas, Joe Broadhurst-Jones, Matt Sword. And the winner is Jamie Haas.
This award goes to Jamie. Jamie's volunteering around the Grange is commendable. He is always on the go, always working hard and making a genuine difference to the Grange site. His work on the garden is excellent and his approach to using discarded equipment and materials is genius. Well done, Jamie.
The Sport Achievement Award recognises the success of an individual or team of people who've made a sport a meaningful part of their lives. The nominees are Jamie Haas, William C., Marianne Wilson, Joe B.J., Dominic Wilson. And the winner is Marianne Wilson.
Marianne Wilson deserves this award for all the great effort she puts in with her daily exercise routine. She's very determined and never gives up. I often see her day after day doing 10 or 20 laps around the grounds several times a day. Well done, Marianne.
Now this year we've added an award to recognise the achievement of an amazing member of the Grange family. This lady has spent her lockdown hours making scrubs for our local NHS staff, and we've added her for 2020 to be a completely new award, the NHS Hero Award. And this award goes to Samia Hassan. And Samia, I hope I've pronounced your name right. It might be Samaya, but it might be Samia, whatever it is. Fabulous you.
Thank you very much for this award. I wasn't expecting anything, but I did it because I felt that I should help people, and people help me all the time, and I wanted to do something for somebody else. So thank you very much for this award that I've got.
The Trustee Endeavour Award is chosen by the Board of Trustees. This award will recognise an individual who has challenged themselves, achieved personal goals, and exceeded their own and other expectations. The nominees are Olivia Astor, Ashley Stanley, Karen Harding, and the winner is Ashley Stanley.
It is my very great pleasure to offer my congratulations to Ashley Stanley, this year's winner of the Trustees Endeavour Award. As ever, there was strong competition, but Ashley, you impressed us, the trustees, with your positive and enthusiastic approach to try new things. Always open to new ideas, you have done and achieved much. The activities and achievements are numerous, and yet you always find time to chat with others in keeping with your friendly and approachable nature. Congratulations once again, Ashley, a very deserving winner of the Endeavour Award.
The Long Service Awards. These awards are to recognise the staff that complete 5 years, 10 years, 15 years or 20 years at the Grange. Everyone completing any of these 4 milestones in a year gets this award every year. This award is mainly for people who have done considerable contribution to the care industry and to the Grange as a whole. This year, along with quite a few people getting the 5, 10 and maybe even the 15-year award, we have one recipient who's also getting the 20 years award. And you'll be surprised to know we have one staff member who's getting an award because they've completed 50 years in the care industry. Obviously not 50 years at the Grange, but 50 years in the care industry. So we celebrate this award for all the staff who have completed these milestones, and we wish them all the success going forward.
Years, one tea hut, and still somebody gets my name wrong. Thank you guys, pleasure was all mine.
10 years, woohoo!
Just to congratulate you on 20 years service at the Grange.
Oh my
and to say well done and thank you.
Oh. Who'd have thought? Oh, they're beautiful.
That's a little thank book for comments from the volunteers.
The volunteers all contributed a little.
Just to make it official.
So Derek, this is your 50th year in care. You started off with a sort of nursing focus and have worked with learning disabilities for many years now. Things must have changed a lot in that time. What are some of your earliest memories of working in this sector?
I think the earliest memories were that it was predominantly custodial. My first union, as an example, was the Prison Officers Association, which perhaps gives you some kind of idea of the culture. Everything was controlled by psychiatry. If a broken glass in the greenhouse needed replacing, we had to get the psychiatrist's permission. Anything that the individuals wanted to be supported could only be done by agreement with the psychiatrist. So it was very much a medical model. And of course, that's one thing that I remember we've moved away from very much now to this, social model of care rather than the institutional model that people were ill in some way.
You told me that you had things like cinemas and shops and so on in some of those early institutions. It sounds very similar to some of the things we do now. Did it feel at all the same, or was it feeling very different back then?
No, because everything was on site. The shop was provided by the League of Friends with a very limited amount of things, mostly soap, toothbrushes and soap boxes and that kind of thing. The church was in our main hall. We had a vicar who used to come in. We had a cinema, but people like myself were always the man behind the sort of the projector. We had to do all sorts of things. Everything was pretty much contained. Very few people went out, except on occasion with their relatives. We had one or two people who worked in the town, but they were very much the minority. And everything was just provided on site. No real thought about getting out and about.
Gosh, it's very different from our philosophy now of getting people out and connected and using the local shops and all the rest of it. That must...
Well, phenomenally different. The main difference really is, of course, everything now is person-centred. That was a sort of thought that nobody really had, or very few of us had anyway.
So after 50 years in care, what does person-centred mean? It's a phrase we use a lot. What does it actually mean, Derek?
It just means being in touch with the person, getting to know what people actually want. Historically, things happened because of relatives and professionals thought it was the best thing to happen. But now, of course, we just really want to know what it is that people want to do with their life. And we've moved from deciding what people should be doing to helping people to be doing actually what they want and to live the life that they want to live.
Sounds a very different philosophy nowadays. And I guess helping us move towards that different way of thinking, there have been some key changes over the years. Have there been any big changes that you've been involved with during your time that you're particularly proud of?
Well, I remember bringing the key worker concept down to Surrey. We had it in the north of England for quite some time, but it was unknown down here. And also working alongside people. And the phrase we use a lot these days, nothing about or without us, is again something that we brought down with us when we came down to the north of England, although it originated in America. But self-advocacy is the other thing that, of course, has made a big change over time. And nowadays, of course, we work very much with relatives. I remember a time when we would be disciplined if we talked to a relative about the care of their son and their daughter, which is an awful thing to think of now, isn't it?
That's terrible.
It was very much an us and them kind of culture.
Hopefully we're more like one extended family now. How long are you going to stay part of our lovely Grange family, Derek? You've served your time. Have you got plans for next steps even?
Well, I've stayed in it for 50 years. I had a very short break out working in industry, but I am sometimes asked why I stayed in it so long. And I think it's because it's just, for me anyway, it's just been such a rewarding profession to be in. I've enjoyed pretty much every minute of it. There's been some sad times, there's been some down times, but at the end of the day I still wake up in the morning, keen to get to work. I'm usually there early. I enjoy working with everybody that's there. I enjoy talking to relatives and families. I love talking to the people we support. And it's just, from my point of view, just an extended family. And it's just a big change from how it was so many years ago now. And this 50 years has been a very interesting time. I sometimes wish I could take people back 50 years so that people could see what it was like then. and perhaps we'd have a little bit less whinging than perhaps we get sometimes today, because, you know, as Harold Macmillan once said, we've never had it so good. But of course we've also got to make it better. We mustn't stand still, otherwise things will start to go backwards.
Well, I very much hope, Derek, that you'll be with us for a long time to come, helping us to keep making things better and using all that length of experience that you've got to shape a very good future for the Grange and for all the people we support. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
Pam Linehan Award. As the name suggests, this award was created in the name of Pam Linehan. This award was created in 2018. That's when she completed 20 years with the Grange, and to celebrate her 20 years and to celebrate her success at the Grange, this award was created. This award is mainly for 3 criteria. If someone fulfills all 3, this award can be awarded to them. The first one being they need to show a positive force. They need to be friendly, respectful, open, caring and enabling. At the same time, the second criteria is they need to be loyal and helpful for the people we support, because that's of prime importance at the Grange. And the final thing, they have to have at least 3 years of service or more to be able to be eligible for this award. So every year, what happens is Pam, along with the recipient of the award the previous year, decides who they think this award should go to. And then when there's a common ground and everyone agrees to the person getting the award, this award goes to them. So celebrating the 3rd year of the Pam Linehan Award in 2020.
And the winner is
On this occasion of the annual Grange Awards, I would like to congratulate all the winners as well as the other nominees. It has been an extraordinarily difficult year for the care sector, but it has been a year in which so many people have made significant contributions to life at the Grange. It has been especially hard to single out individual award winners, as there has been an incredible team effort, so the whole of the Grange community should be rightly proud of its achievements. I would, though, like to make special mention of Derek Rogers, who this year celebrates 50 years in care roles up and down the length of the United Kingdom. It has not been without its challenges, particularly this year, but Derek has amply demonstrated that the care sector can provide a varied and rewarding career. I have also been extremely impressed at how the Grange continues to meet the challenges with a positive, creative, flexible and forward-looking attitude. It has embraced the use of digital technologies and outdoor spaces and has continued to provide a familiar and comforting environment even in the middle of such uncertainty. My congratulations again, and I wish you all the best. I look forward to visiting again in the not too distant future.
And that's all from me from this award ceremony. And I just want to say, I think you are fabulous. Go on being fabulous all the time. And I love you very much indeed. Goodbye, sweet Grange people. Goodbye.
She's an artist in her own right. It'd be great if we could nurture this and build a business venture.
What are you doing? What?
Here we go. Caring and Kind Award. Joe ran again.
For existing ones, she makes imaginative images.
Turn around, face me.
I don't want to have my bum in it, I'm sorry.
That one, no pocket.
Sideways.
Wait.
Sideways.
Just as long as you're looking at the tits.
Chat about height. Are you ready?
Are you
Man,
ready,
say
Matt?
action.
Go.
So, do you reckon it'll be done this year?
Too much to do. What do you think? I mean, it's been an endless project, hasn't it? Let's face it. It'll be lovely when it's done.
Everyone's a critic.
Excellent, and his approach to using discarded equipment and materials.
Was it wrong? My video turned on.
Shall we do that again?
Do you want me to go again?
Someone was talking about
Shown she has particular talents in photography.